I, Douglas Ducote, an American patriot by the grace of God, do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America from enemies foreign and especially domestic. I, Douglas Ducote, an American patriot by the grace of God, do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America from enemies foreign and especially domestic. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening. Welcome to a special edition of the Douglas Ducote Show, one that I had absolutely no intentions on doing today. But there are some things that are happening right now that many Americans are completely clueless about. For several reasons. One, most of you do not follow CNN or MSNBC or anyone else in the liberal media. Many of you haven't been able to get on the TruthSocial yet because that platform was a complete and utter mess when it started off. And many of you left Twitter or were banned from Twitter like I was, although I'm back there now. So I get all this information that's coming to me from different areas. Most of it I've reported on before. I've done videos on it before. I've done it on my show before. And I'll start by telling you this. What I'm about to share with you, for someone who has served their country with honor and dignity for many, many years, the United States military, deployments all over the world, and law enforcement, is someone that loves my country dearly. This information that I'm about to share with you makes me embarrassed to the rest of the world to say I'm an American. Because it's corruption on a level that we've never seen in the history of this country, and it's happening right underneath our noses. It is absolutely un-American and disgusting what the Democrat Party has managed to do. We watched for years how they let people like Hillary Clinton and James Comey and Loretta Lynch and Peter Strzok and Lisa Page walk after committing some of them federal crimes and some of it treasonous crimes, to include our own current president and former President Barack Obama. But yet, when it comes to Republicans and conservatives, they spin a narrative that's absolutely not true. And what they've done to President Donald J. Trump is beyond human dignity. It's disgraceful in a way that should upset everyone, whether you support the man or you don't support the man. Look, I'm on record coming out and calling out the far right when they would say things about Obama that were not true. When I did not like Obama, I didn't vote for Obama. I thought he was a horrible president, although I'm sure as hell rather have him now than what we have in the White House at the moment. But the point is, what's wrong is wrong. And I called it out back then. And I also called out the left. Look, there were so many things that were happening with Obama that were true. You didn't have to make shit up. And look, the same thing goes for Donald Trump. There were things that he said and done that the media had. They talked about it, but it didn't give them that drive it home stake in the heart that they wanted. So instead, they went to manipulation and lies. And now that's unraveling. Now we know why the current administration and the Democrats are so upset that Elon Musk bought Twitter. And now it's all coming to light. Elon Musk is releasing. He teased it for a few days, and now it's happening, my friends. All the behind-scenes corruption, documents and emails going back and forth between the different social media platforms right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all Google platforms, and the Biden administration to suppress anything negative about Joe Biden in the run-ups to this past election. Now, I, for one, and all of you that follow me on a regular basis know this, I've never come out and point blank said the election was stolen. I've hinted around it. I've shared some things with you that were just absolutely corrupt and wrong. But it took today's dump of documents for me to realize just how deep and real and true this was. And it isn't a conspiracy theory anymore. It's factual information. Thanks to Elon Musk and his billions of dollars being able to buy that platform and then get all the information that they've been hiding. So let's get into that real quick. And then we're also going to talk about how they're going after Donald Trump with more fake news. And I'm going to prove to you why it's fake. This is going to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that big tech colluded with the Biden administration and the Democrat Party to steal the 2020 election. So, Trump made a post on TruthSocial about the documents Musk has released and the documents from the administration, the left, liberal media, all reporting even more fake news, reporting that Donald Trump is a horrible person, a horrible human, and, quote, that he wants to destroy our Constitution. That's their big one right now. He wants to destroy the Constitution. Now, they won't share with you the actual screenshot of what Trump wrote. No, they're not going to do that because they want their followers to believe what they're saying and their narrative that they're pushing, which is lies. I'm going to share with you that screenshot because I'm on TruthSocial. So let's continue on. This is so freaking hard to comprehend and wrap my head around what's happened to our government, what's happening to the core of this country over these complete and utter un-American treasonous bastards. And there's many of them. I'm going to show you exactly what Trump wrote and what they're referring to. And I, for one, after reading these documents, agree 100% with Donald Trump's statement on TruthSocial. And of course, they take that statement and they don't show it to the people exactly what he wrote, but they twist it and they turn it and say that he wants to abolish the Constitution, to put himself back into power. That's what they're saying right now. And there's no merit behind that whatsoever. We're living in a nightmare scenario, one where the Democrat Party has managed to turn the media, the FBI, the Department of Justice, and many, many federal judges, and to the enemy of we the people, and to the enemy of anyone who calls themselves an American patriot, enemies of white males, enemies of our military, veterans, and enemies of our law enforcement officers, and enemies of our Constitution. What they've done and what they're continuing to do is disgraceful. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what Trump put out on TruthSocial, and we're going to read it. There it is, my friends. There it is. So, with the revelation of massive and widespread fraud and deception and working closely with big tech companies, the DNC and the Democrat Party, do you throw the presidential election results of 2020 out and declare the rightful winner? Or do you have a new election? A massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those founded in the Constitution. Our great founders did not want and would not condone false, fraudulent elections. And that, my friends, the Democrats and the liberals and their talking points from MSNBC and CNN, according to that, Trump wants to throw out the Constitution so he can be put into power. And that is not what took place here. That is not what he said. What they have done is criminal. Now, liberals and Democrats, all I ask of you is go read these documents that Elon Musk is dumping. Read the correspondence between the White House and social media to suppress anything negative against Biden and against his family, to suppress Hunter Biden's laptop story, for one, which connects Biden himself, the president of the United States, is a corrupt individual that has committed treason against the United States of America. This is why they're so pissed off that Elon Musk bought that company. And before they got a chance to purge that shit, Elon Musk swooped in and saved it all. And now the American people and the world get to see just how corrupt the Democrat establishment is. They will do anything to maintain power, even rigging elections any way they can. Now, take voting machines out of it. The whole thing with Dominion voting machines and how they switched the numbers and how there were people at the ballots, the poll watchers that were just coming in and dumping boxes and boxes of stuff, and it all was for Biden. Take all that out of the equation and just look at these documents, and they're all over the fucking internet now. And if you don't see them tonight, you'll see them tomorrow. Trust me, they're out there. They're circulating, and you can read them yourself like I've been reading them. And just those documents prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the Democrats stole this election by suppressing anything negative about Joe Biden and suppressing anything positive about Donald Trump. And Twitter being the largest, this place that has billions of people, most were liberal and Democrats, following it. What do you think they did? The only thing that was allowed to be shared via these social media platforms was positive stuff about Biden and outright lies saying that things about the laptop, for instance, or what Biden did with Ukraine or with China was all fake news and Russia collusion. Do you remember back to the presidential debate between Biden and Trump? When Trump brought up the laptop and the liberals sitting there that were controlling this debate didn't want anything, that they flipped out when all of a sudden he brought that up. And Joe Biden's denying it and saying it's not true and it's all a lie. And Trump's standing there going, no, it's not. It is true. You are a corrupt person that has done things that are treasonous against this country. And Biden says it wasn't true. So CNN says it wasn't true. And the debate people said it wasn't true. And MSNBC said it wasn't true. And I'll be damned if our Department of Justice and our fucking Federal Bureau of Investigation wasn't going to social media and telling them it's fake news, it's Russia collusion. Don't let it get out there. And if it does, spin it as fake news. And they did. Therefore, just that in itself, that little bitty piece was enough to put Biden in the White House. Now, I don't know what the outcome of this is going to be. I can't tell you what tomorrow's going to be. I know this much. I know when I go to sleep at night, I think to myself, thank God tomorrow's a new day because it can't get worse than it did today. And then I wake up the next morning and pick up my phone and I look at the breaking news and all the alerts and go, holy shit, what the fuck was I thinking? Yeah, it can get worse. And every day it seems like it's another cycle of just absolute chaos. And it is. And it's coming from the Democrat Party, the party that I used to be a part of. Born and raised a staunch Democrat here in the South until I became an adult and grew up and went into the military and realized they don't give two shits about we the people or our military or our law enforcement. And they're a bunch of racist, bigot, hateful bastards. They were back when they started the KKK. They were when they were against this segregation thing that took place. They didn't want segregation. Hell no. They wanted separate blacks and whites in schools, and water fountains, on the bus. And today, they want to spin the narrative that they're not the racist bigots that they used to be. My ass. If they weren't, then guess what? They would be going into these cities all across America, major metropolitan cities, where shit's going to hell in a handbasket, run by Democrat mayors that are making the police stand down and letting people like BLM and Antifa run wild and destroy shit and loot and burn and allow false narratives like hands up, don't shoot to come out. It's all smoke and mirrors. And finally, it's coming out to show the real truth that the Democrat Party, those that we put in Congress, are a bunch of hateful, evil people that do not care about anyone but themselves and their own warped ideology. And anyone that goes up against them, social media attacks them, censors them, puts them in timeout like they've done to me many times, and many other people on social media that speak out against them. Hell, for all I know, this video, thankfully you're watching it live because it probably won't be up tomorrow. I'm sure YouTube is going to take this one down or censor it because why? I'm telling the truth. And they can't handle the truth because it goes against what they've been spinning and spinning and spinning for a long fucking time. And that is that Donald J. Trump is this evil, hateful, racist bigot that is trying to destroy America. No, the people that fit that description are currently running this country. Now, thankfully, on January 3rd, 2023, just 31 days from now, what I'm talking about at the moment will be in front of Congress. And you will get to see Elon Musk testify. You bet your ass you will. And he will expose what the Democrat Party has been up to and how they colluded with big tech to steal the last presidential election. It took factual paperwork, I admit it, documents and emails for me to get on that wagon and say, yes, the election was stolen. Now, I have no doubt. For those of you that have been saying it for a long, long time, hey, my apologies for not being on board with you. But I do not go chasing what appears to be a conspiracy theory without having the factual information. I've told you all that from day one. There's so many stories that I don't cover and so many avenues I don't go down because you can't show it to me in black and white. But when you can, I'm on it. And I'm on this story. Call me awakened, whatever you would like. Hell, chastise me for not going along with the narrative for quite some time about the rigged election. But it was. It was. Now, the liberals will never admit to that. The Democrats will never admit to that. And I get many emails and many text messages about, oh, prove this, and oh, you're so wrong, and oh, you're a racist bigot, Doug, and you're a skinhead, look at your fucking head, and you're a Nazi sympathizer, and just on and on and on of all the crazy shit. But they won't take the time to do what I'm asking everybody to do. And I do that in every show I put out, damn near. Don't just take my word for it. Look the shit up. I'm telling you where it came from. Whether I put it in the description of the video or I tell you this came from Fox News or this is from CNN reporting or MSNBC or American Military News, whatever the case is. And sadly, too many people are too fucking stupid to do that. Instead, they just want to go with their freaking talking points and trash good people. They're trying to get the message out there. And that's all this is about. It's all it's ever been about for me. I don't need to do this. I don't need the aggravation and the headache that goes along with doing this show. And trust me, y'all don't have a clue what me and my family go through by me just doing the Douglas Ducote show. I damn near need security 24/7. That's how fucking bad it's become. Me and my special needs son, were shot at, for crying out loud, with a fucking gun. They threatened to kill my family, my pets. There are a bunch of evil, horrible bastards out there that believe the absolute no merit bullshit that's coming out of the left's mouth and the Democrats. Well, 31 more days, Democrats. 31 more days you got to figure out how to put Donald Trump in jail. And oh, y'all working that every angle you can to get him to shut up for telling the truth about your corruption. All those conspiracy theories that everybody talked about, now we all know. It wasn't conspiracy theories at all. It was the fucking truth. And too many people turned their head the other way, or they didn't do their own homework. And now we know it's a fact that big tech and the Democrat Party colluded not only to trash and destroy Donald Trump, but to help Hillary get off the hook and all of her minions. And now this, rigging a fucking presidential election. And that's exactly what they did. Read the documents, read the emails. And after you've done that, if you want to come at me with your nonsense, go for it. I'll laugh in your fucking face. I served this country with honor in more ways than one. And right now I'm looking back at what I went through in life to get where I'm at today, going, if we don't fix this, what was it fucking for? All my brothers and sisters that died while I was serving in the military, not to mention those that lost their lives for our freedoms way before my time, died for what? For one party to come in and destroy our country and to lie and to make up things that aren't true? And that's exactly what they've done. And it's disgraceful. And finally, we have members, agents, law enforcement agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation that are whistleblowers coming out and sharing their story with Republican members of Congress. And come 31 days from now, you will get to see them go in front of Congress in hearings and tell their story about how the FBI itself worked hand in hand with the Democrat Party to suppress anything negative about Biden and suppress anything positive about Trump. Our own FBI and our own Department of Justice worked hand in hand to help the Bidens steal the last election. And that is fact. As always, please share, please say a prayer for our men and women serving in the United States military, our veterans, our law enforcement officers, our first responders, their families, our angel families, our blue and gold star families in our country. And if you don't know what angel families are, or blue and gold star families, please look that shit up. Don't do it on Google, for crying out loud. That's a liberal nightmare. Go to DuckDuckGo or something like that. Look it up, because they need our support more now than ever before. Why? Because the current administration is pissing on the graves of their loved ones, and that is unacceptable. Angel families and Gold Star families. Look it up, my friends, if you don't know what it is. And then, with everything you do know that's happened over the past several years with the Democrats, when it comes to our border, when it comes to our veterans and those that have died serving this country, maybe your black and white image will become color and you will understand what people like me have been talking about for a long time now. Hope you all have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. Join me on Tuesday night and Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Central for the live Douglas Ducote show. Please subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already done so, ring the bell. Also, check out the new channel, Charlie Hotel 47. Think you'll like it. It's nothing but pictures and videos of places that I've been able to go to around the world. And I can share that with you in hopes that you'll share it with the youth of this nation. Thank you. God bless you. Also go to DouglasDucote.com and check out the website if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central right here. Good night, everybody.